What's up, YouTube? This is Antoine from Hot Desert Pythons. I got my man Master P from No Limit Royals. This is Jerome from No Limit Royals. And he had showed me the dope facility, showed me some amazing animals, some genes I haven't even seen in person yet. So I was really impressed. So if you guys did see that video, it will be in the description down below. And up here, hit that link and check it out. But not right now. Wait till we done with the interview and all that stuff. So, so everybody that's under a rock, I know who you are. Tell the world who you are, man.
What's up, guys? My name's Jerome Holland. No Limit Royals, not Master P style. Came about because of me and my partner's love of poker, actually. So No Limit Poker, No Limit Royals. Figured it was a gamble either way.
What got you into breeding ball pythons? Remember the origin story?
Yeah, I started with you start like everybody else with the one normal, and then you look around, you're like, oh, that's a cool snake, and I slowly started picking them up. Found a couple groups, Fresno group, which I'm close to. Great group of guys. Started picking up a few from there, and then I just decided one day I can do what everybody else does, and I said I'm gonna start breeding them.
You always been a reptile person, like even as a kid and stuff, or?
I've enjoyed all animals. Mm-hmm. I'm a Miami Dolphins fan for the NFL, and the reason for that is the dolphin is my favorite animal. So it's just one of those things. Just animals have always been part of me. So.
I know you glad Brady is out of that damn conference. Like, Jesus, man.
We get Cam Newton now.
Oh, for real. So I'm a Giants fan, so I don't have room to talk about nothing.
Jones.
Hot trash. Oh, man. So, how many snakes you think you have in total, if you had to give a rough estimate?
Ooh, snakes right now, including babies, I am around 280.
Oh, nice. Heck yeah. And this was your first breeding season. This is your first production season.
First year producing, 15 clutches. Number 15's in the incubator right behind them.
That's nice, man. So, have you got to experiment with any like your incubation methods, or you just picked one that you learned from somebody, or what are you using right now to incubate everything with?
So I basically before I started breeding and everything, I made sure I had the incubator and had everything, the hatchling racks, and I made sure I had all the stuff right, and I watched 9,000 videos, and everybody has their own way.
Yeah.
And one video basically said, "You're overthinking it. Just do it simple.
Yeah.
Quit messing with it. Put it in. Make sure it's the right temp. It doesn't spike, and you're good." So right now, I just use vermiculite. Mm-hmm. I use the light diffuser.
Yeah.
Spread the eggs out. Yeah. The very first clutch I ever did, I actually just put them in as a clump. Nice. As a group, I didn't spread them, and then I decided I'm gonna start doing them that way. So
yeah, I started using like hatch right back in the day because watching the old Brian videos, I just stick them, bury them in there and stuff like that. But my biggest issue was around hatch time, they would dry out way too fast because the hatch right wasn't enough. So now I do the vermiculite and I do like half vermiculite, half perlite with the light diffuser stuff too, and then the easy hatch tray stuff came out, and because I just bought sheets of freaking I bought sheets of light diffusers. I'm like, I'm not buying that shit.
I'm not buying the easy hatch.
No, man. I'm like, when I get to a point where I'm out of all of these, I need to get more, then I'll buy you stupid easy hatch trays. Nah, I will though. Shout out the Breeder Circle. I actually got a snake coming from them next week or whatever. So yeah.
So do you saran wrap the top, or do you leave it open?
I did. This year, my first time actually putting the press and seal on it, and it seemed like it worked better, so I'm gonna stick with that.
Yeah, that's what I did.
So. Like I didn't at first, whatever. Just with the tubs I used the regular like what's the brand? Not the Iris ones, but
a little Sterilite.
Yeah, the Sterilite ones, the 6-quart little shoebox tubs. And this year I finally used press and seal, and it held everything better.
Great,
So that's my style, man. I separate the eggs, still candle everything. I still mark
the marker.
Yep.
So I saw. I think it was Brian Cusco. He said the week before they're due to hatch, he takes the press and seal off for the air to come in. So I do that.
All right, cut or no cut? or if you don't want to say which one you do, you don't have to, because for a long time I didn't tell people whether I cut. I just said mind your damn business. Like,
no, I cut.
Okay,
I cut. I'm not great with identifying the genes right away, like a lot of the guys have been doing it for years. I watch Billy and Austin and them on Mutation Creation, and I mean that they're barely pulling it back and they're calling it. And I'm like, man, I can watch it for 5 minutes and I'm still trying to figure it out. So
shout out to the homies, Billy and Austin.
So so I don't do live cuts. I don't do anything like that just because I don't want to open it and go, hey, it's a baby. All right, you know.
Dude, I can't do nobody's live cut, like live on Instagram, dude. And if I don't hit the odds on something and it fell, dude, I might like punch the screen. Yeah,
You don't want to see the tubs flying.
I don't have angry issues, but man, these snakes, man, like these snakes, they piss me off more than the fight industry, more than the military aviation industry. They do some crazy stuff, man. Like, I didn't think I was gonna have any more babies this year, and she showed no signs. She wasn't finding no cool spot, and then woke up the other day, boom, just glowing out of nowhere. I was like, I don't have a pastel spot no desert ghost. and then I was like, oh, and then I'm like, oh man, yeah, she's about to ovulate or something. So yeah, so that was crazy, man. So do you check when you do your breeding? You check for follicles by palpating? Use an ultrasound? What do you use for?
Palpating. I'm looking into getting an ultrasound.
Yeah.
Just deciding on which one. Kind of been following some people who have gotten both breeder circles. Mm-hmm. Was it the Chasm?
Yeah.
And also the eBay one that everybody talks about.
Yeah, there's the one on Amazon that I saw balls that you have. I'm actually going to pick up that one. It's like $1,000 and stuff too. Yeah. And I think I'm going to do a giveaway for one too, man.
Nice,
you know,
nice.
too.
Well, see, I'm not gonna buy one. I'm just gonna win one. So.
Yeah, just win one. You know. And then I got to use Shane's up close.
Shane's.
You know, shout out to Small Town. I feel like I shout him out every video I do.
What's up, Shane?
But dude, he's one of my favorite people in the industry, man. So even this is his first breeding season too. Yeah. And if you watch his videos, you couldn't even tell. You know what I mean? So
he seems like a seasoned professional.
Yeah.
You know.
So we did a video on ultrasound, but I kept it for myself, for my own private use. I didn't share it with nobody. Maybe I might release it one day. Like I might do like an ultrasound snippet on like IG Live. You know what I mean? But it is out there though. So because I was thinking about getting that style or whatever. But then watch Gavin from Balls of You use that same one, and that link is still up there. And to me, if you can read the follicles and get the measurements, and it's not
it's what it's for.
Yep. So
you know, I don't need fancy. Just get the job done.
Yep. So so that's gonna be my thing. But I mean, I learned just like everybody else with like palpating and stuff, and put them halfay in the tub and let them run through and stuff. And
you do it 2 more times because you're not quite sure.
I'm like, this is a rat. That's poop. Oh, there's a little tiny BB. Yep. But see, like, my grip strength, man, just from like martial arts and jiu-jitsu, like sometimes I feel like I'm like, dude, I don't want to kill this
thing.
Is
that the spine or
yeah, so but to me, man, like just knowing your snakes and looking at the signs mostly too, like a lot of times if they're on weight and I know they can't. It's easy when they're coming off of a clutch too, because you know, like the rule of thumb for the amount of time you should make that. So 7 months. So as soon as they come off the eggs and clean them off, let them hang out. I give them like maybe 10 days just to kind of chill, and now start offering them like smaller food items there. And people say, well, like 20 feedings or whatever like that though. But I'll start with like maybe a weaned a couple of weeks in a row just to get the digestion system going, and then I'll move back on. Yep, and then I just move on to it like that, and then so instead of 20, it's usually like 25 or 30 breedings like that, and then I keep records of like what their weight was when they started pairing. Things like that too, and then but 7 months, boom, you're going again. And if you're not like the size you were or near, then you just take the year off. Man. You know what I mean?
No need to stress them, and
so
they're there for life. So.
Yeah, and if late in the season they're nice and plump size, and I'll stick something in there. We'll see. You know,
I got a couple going right now, like I showed you. You know,
so,
they could be laying. This one right here would probably be laying. I have her at 10:30. So.
Yeah. And what's crazy about it, dude, you'll never get tired of seeing eggs. Like,
no.
I don't care how long. I don't care how long you do. I don't care if you
Christmas morning every time you see them.
I don't care if you happen to almost do normal by mistake. Like when you're like, oh man, eggs. It's crazy, you know. So you do you like have the little card on the top of your stuff too. How do you keep track of all your clutches?
Clutches wise, so you'll see on the stickers I have the dates that I've locked them.
Mm-hmm.
If there's a check mark next to it, I saw a lock.
Okay.
So
pink, pair date and then the check is lock.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pink stickers are didn't eat. So these are the ones that didn't eat like this last Monday. But other than that, it's pretty. I'm a very visual guy, so if I move any of these, it screws me up. I'm like, no, it was right here.
Yeah, I got all of mine. Like, I'm at the practice. Okay, this one is a Black Pastel Pie. This one is the Ichi Wabi. Yeah, so.
Yeah, I made the cards up. I actually have them over there. We just made them, laminated them. It has all the months, all the weeks for each month. It has the Velcro, so I can start doing the feeding that way.
Yeah, and then for the clutches too, you have a clutch card for them.
Oh yeah, clutches. We do. So we have the sticker. Same concept.
Oh, cool.
Sticker, lay date, due date, what they were, how many eggs, if there was any
slugs and stuff.
Any slugs, and then we have it. Me and my partner have it on the cloud, so we do like a Google Docs Excel sheet.
Yeah.
And then we just go in and type it in.
The first time I saw somebody do that was Reggie's Urban Jungle. Reggie, his like the way he's organized. I'm like, I feel like a bum.
Yeah. Each one of our females has their own sheet, so it's it's
the entire history of it and stuff too. Yeah, so
that'd be cool. Whatever my holdbacks, if I do keep, like I told you, I'm gonna keep a couple, but it'll be cool to be able to follow them all the way through.
Yeah, it's crazy, Dude, so what do you start your babies with? Fuzzies or mouse hoppers or?
Fuzzies, fuzzy rats. I try not to. I have a rat supplier, so I try to do the rats if I have to. I go to the pet store, get some mice, but I try to do the rats. If they don't take it, I wait a couple weeks. Yeah. You don't want to get them in that pattern of rejection.
My last clutch of the year, I was listening to Brian Cusco on. I want to give the guy credit whose podcast it was. I forget who it was, but he was saying it was some other species of snakes, and what they were doing was inside the incubator, they had some of like the fetal rat substrate. Yeah. So I did that for my last clutch, just kind of see what happened. They shed the next day, all of them, 100% of the clutches killed rat pups. I was like,
yeah, I saw that one too. Who was that? Was that on? Was it him and Kaufman and Clint? They were all in Utah.
Probably.
I think that was that, and they were all talking about different things.
Yeah, it could have been that one. Yeah, man. Yeah. Shout out to Brian too.
Lots of information. Great.
They gave me a shout out on Reptiles Unplugged the other day. Crazy stuff.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Fucking nuts, man. So. Yeah, so I mean, like I'm on board with that. That's my routine from now on, man.
I can start with this one right here.
So. And the cool thing about, I used to be really, really stubborn when it came to things like that. Like I would have like my incubator and somebody message me, "Hey man, there's too much flex spot in there. You're overdoing it." I'm like, "Nah, I just had two successful clutches. I had 2 clutches this year with this one, buddy. I know what I'm talking about. I don't care if
I'm a pro.
I'm a pro." And then start having problems later on in the year with it. So then I finally bite the bullet and take it out, and then now everything's fine. Like, man, if I'd have listened to when he said that last year, that would have saved me some clowns. That would have saved me a bunch of stuff, So just over time, I learned a lot just to take constructive criticism, because I mean, being on social media and YouTube and stuff too, I can't tell you how many messages I get and trolls pop up and say stuff and things like that. So just my biggest advice to you is just those bigger guys that suggest stuff, not pushing down your throat, just kind of, take it with a grain of salt and maybe kind of try switching it up a little bit too, because with so much information we have right now, it's way better than it was back in 2005, 2006, bro.
Yeah.
It's like they had the Bush League Reptiles Forum, Fauna Classifieds, King Snakes, and then you only could buy stuff on those 3 and Craigslist.
Yeah.
So you just it was a mess, man. So, and I felt like even 5 years ago, more people, they felt like everybody was competition, So people would purposely give you bad advice about stuff just so you fail.
You almost have to do the opposite.
Yeah, you have to do the opposite. So then somebody realized that, when you help somebody else to you push other people's stuff, it helps the hobby as a whole, and it brings more snakes out there and more money to everybody else too, So I mean, so for the people who get mad about talking about the snake hobby and making profit off of it, okay, this is where you turn your head away and make a funny face now, because most of us who spend all this money on stuff would like to have money back and make a profit off of this stuff too, even if it's not a crazy profit. You know what I mean? At least the first couple of years, try to break even. You know what I mean? So
recoup a little of what you have to spend. I mean, nothing in this hobby is cheap.
Yeah, exactly, man. And then when I talk to a lot of breeders, and I'm like, yeah, well, so far since you've been breeding, have you profited in a year? And they're like, I'm still like minus 180,000. What, dude? Like,
I'm minus a house.
Yeah, like second, third mortgage or something. Like, dude, like, stop selling. Like, you got a whole rack of normals or something. Like, what are you doing? You know. So, like, are you organized to the point where you know how much it costs to raise up a baby to like maybe where okay, so a baby out of the egg until it has enough meals in it to sell. How much money do you think you spend on a baby?
I can get a good idea.
If you had a rough estimate, what do you think?
If I'm selling them like you should about when they're ready,
yeah,
so
so
let's
just say over 100 grams and 5 meals. What do you think?
With substrate, water, everything, you're about $20.
About $20, yeah. So, and my point to that is like people who like give stuff away, like like you have I know people who have like you produce a normal male and stuff like that, right? And then I've seen people like raise up these normal males to like almost 200-300 grams and then finally give it away to somebody or sell it for like $10. I'm like, dude, you spent like you're going backwards.
You just spent $200,
right? And that's why, you know what I mean. So I like to keep people like in that mind frame though.
Oh, yeah.
So my situation is like when I have stuff like single gene, like yellow bellies or normals and pastels and pinstripes too. I sell them locally after I put some size on them, but I won't mail those off because I'll get anything in return. But if I sell a pastel male for $10 to somebody locally, they have to buy a wrap from me every week. You know what I mean? So there's normals I've given away 2 years ago, and the person has spent $60-$70 over the past 2 years on it too. So you know what I mean? So that's why you try to figure out ways like that, man. And then once I realized over the years, man, I'm like, dude, I'm wasting so much money, like these normals and this and that. So like this year is my first time, even though this is one of my worst like clutch wise numbers, that I haven't produced any normals this year at all, like not one normal. So I mean, even if they look normal, they were at least like hets. They were 100% het something and possible het something else or double hets, but no normals at all. So even with like the inchy, the asphalt and like the yellow belly stuff, nope, no normals. I was like, dang, man, So, but yeah, just find a way to work now. So what do you think in a year time frame, like a baby to like maybe an adult male to like breeder ready male in a year? What do you think you spend on that?
Yeah, you multiply that 20 by
for real,
by
right?
40. You're easily 300, 350.
Yep. So that's why I try to explain to people like if I got something that's a sub-adult like that, like I'm not selling this for $80, dude. You're crazy. Even if you get like the best rat prices, like once a week is 52 weeks in a year, and let's say it only missed 10 meals out of those 52 weeks for shedding, that's a lot. That's 42 weeks, and let's say you spent $3 at the most on a small at one point. Let's just say you spent $2 out of those 40 weeks. That's still, you know what I mean? That's $80. Yeah, so.
And that's no substrate. That's no.
Yep, and that's not counting whatever you use for that, and the water you use, and
your time. How much is your time worth?
A lot, And like even if you do like the disposable deli cups, those aren't free either. You just threw that out, dude.
That's 40 cents.
Hey,
40
man,
cents. 40 cents.
Rinse that thing out, like especially if you have like a real good routine where you're not like letting your bowls get nasty and stuff like that too.
Change it every couple days. You're good.
Yeah. Which is why a lot of people that have like respiratory issues and stuff like that, you go to their collection and then you see like bowls of like they live in the country somewhere on well water.
With that,
and then now I got that as algae. You got either hard water or you got like green like algae growing inside your water bowl. I'm like, dude, you should not have this water bowl in there this long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
clean it. Soap water.
Yep, for real. So, but those numbers get you. So like this is the most snakes I've had so far, in my collection. And I spend 4 hours a day in the snake room, whether I'm, spot cleaning urates and poop, whatever like that, or getting up sheds, or doing full cleanings, or just doing an overall health inspection on them and stuff too. Sometimes you see rat bites and kind of figure out what you got to do, and like sometimes like. Couple weeks ago, I put like double the rats in one of the snakes things. So I'm like, this guy got a big old lump on him, and then but they were like pups or fuzzies or whatever. So so just got this double checking everything like that. It's just freaking nuts, man. But it's one of those things where it's a chore, it's a job, but it's something you enjoy to do.
Yeah,
you know?
if you wouldn't do it, don't do this to make money. I mean,
Yep.
you have to love what you're doing in this business. This isn't an 8 to 5, because if you turn this into an 8 to 5,
you're gonna work more.
but you're gonna hate it as
Yep.
much as you hate that
Yep.
cubicle job or that normal 8 to 5 you go to. You know, this has to be something you enjoy.
Is that the goal eventually, though, to do this full time, or do you ever see yourself like going 100% in with like a building and things like that?
I don't know if I'll go that far. Obviously, after the first year, I should already. But you know, with possibility of 60 clutches next season, I could definitely use a facility. But if it happens, it happens.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying I'm ruling it out.
Yeah.
But it isn't. That wasn't my goal going into this. Was, you know, doing a facility and making it my full-time thing. But if it could happen, I would enjoy it.
Heck yeah.
You know,
I think eventually I'll get there, but I'm not rushing it. You know what I mean? Like I'm just like right now I'm in like my regular job, military aviation, and I'll be retiring for that in a couple of years and moving back east and still doing the martial arts gym too. So if I get to the point where, you know, I can do it, you know, once I move back and the land in North Carolina is way cheaper, you know, you can buy a castle for $200,000.
You can actually buy land in North Carolina?
Yeah.
You can buy a shack in California?
For real. You're like a plot of sand in California and like a little mountain and cactus and stuff like that. So
no power, no.
Yeah, for real. Figure it out.
Still $400,000.
Yeah, but California, man, like there's a lot of good breeders with a lot of dope snakes out here, man, and a lot like we were talking earlier when we were looking at the snakes that I never heard of, and I'm like, man, now I'm looking stuff up. And I'm like, okay, cool. So like all this time, like up and down here, how far are we from Freedom Breeder right now?
We're about 15-20 minutes from Freedom Breeder.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. You know, so like I just wish they were open on weekends, because when I'm here on a weekend, I can just you know, come by and pick up stuff or whatever, you know. Like I'd have bought one of these today, if you know what I mean, if I'd have came out here earlier too.
Hit Jesse up, he might. You know, he might do it for you if he knows you're coming up.
Yeah, so I'll have to figure that out. I'll just call him and stuff.
Or shit, let me know. I'll go up and get it during the week, and you can just swing by here.
Yeah, I'll just send you the money for it or whatever like that.
Yeah, for sure.
I want to pick up a rack too, because you know, if you go in person, you know, it's a lot easier to kind of deal with stuff like that.
Well, it's easier. You get
it
a little quicker too.
Yeah, and get it quicker and stuff too, because they keep most of their stuff on hand too, right? You have to like 8 weeks to process this stuff and everything.
They'll still do it, but you save a few weeks shipping.
Yeah.
Just because of the logistics of. Yep. They're not shipping. They try to ship several out at the same time, you know.
Yeah, so you're not spending a separate $400 on shipping and stuff too. Yeah. So, what project you have one to like looking at this year? Like your biggest project? Do you have a couple or?
I want to make Super GHI hypos and GHI Mojave hypos. Those are my two. I got 18 or 19. Maybe even 20 now. Hypos here in the building.
It's crazy.
It's by far my favorite, you know. And then the Sapphire project. I got some secrets going with that one. So
so the Hypo project, like, are they just a bunch that all compatible, or just I know like the Orange Ghost and Hypo?
Yeah. So I have I don't have any of the Green Ghosts or anything like that. It's all the base hypo. I have a couple Orange Ghosts, but they are compatible.
All the same thing, so that's good too, man.
It's just a little. They say the Orange Ghost is just it's a cleaner version of the regular. So.
You have an example of like an Orange Ghost and a regular ghost that you can show, or
I don't have it. I only have a head Orange Ghost right now. So I wish next year.
Yeah.
When he comes back after next season.
Yeah, some orange ghost stuff too. And then like your hatchling racks too. Like I'm talking about those. I'm like, man, you gotta make me some. So I'll see you the money tonight. Hey, here's the money for the building materials. When you figure it out, I mean, I still got about 6 months till I get eggs. So I mean,
no rush.
You know what I mean? So and that they have belly heat on it too. And
these are back heat.
Back heat. Okay.
So yeah, I just run what I run 4 strips across the back. So one for each tub. I have a heat strip for each one.
Yeah, I do ambient in the room now. So I do like 84 all year. Well, I think it could be be 84 now because how hot it is out there in this bike.
But
you're
in the desert. Come on.
Yeah, I try to make it at 84 and keep air circulating in there too.
That's
but
what I got my heater / AC right there.
Yeah.
I have it at 85 in here. So that's what I normally keep it at.
Does that Black & Decker, does that kill you on an electric bill, or is it noticeable? Or?
You know, it's not that bad. What's killed me is just the regular AC for the house.
Oh yeah. Because we got swamp cooler in the desert, so it's super cheap. But I'm on the roof fixing it after 3 weeks and stuff too.
We were 100+ degrees for like 18, 19 days straight up here.
Oh,
so that's hard. He was gonna put a sweater on. When
I know, right? I was like, why? I was in the car. I was like, why is it 60 degrees in the Central Valley? What is this? I wore Timberlands today. It was so cool. I thought I was back in New York or something, man.
He put his parka on.
I know, right? I was like, yeah, I'm not messing around, man. Too. Yeah, it's So, who were your biggest like mentors or influencers right now? Like when you first got in, who did you kind of see and like have them like get under their wing and have them like show you the ropes that you're close to, whatever? Like now.
My closest guy that I deal with, talk to, run questions by most is actually, I'm wearing his shirt, Ball Life, Jimmy Cruz.
Shout out to Jimmy Cruz.
Jimmy Cruz out of Fresno. But that whole Fresno group, like I said, I just happened to get on it on Facebook. Saw a couple snakes for sale. One of them was from Jimmy, and then it just continued on. But he's helped me a lot. Just the knowledge. We used to meet every Tuesday.
Oh,
we go down, cook food, hang out, just talk snakes, talk animals, turtles, geckos, frogs. We got guys that do all of it, tarantulas. So we there's a few guys. Bob's Oddballs are down there. Bob Cropper, he does it. His son does hog noses.
Sure, I'll let you know when we get back started with the fights, because since you guys in the area, I can hook up tickets and stuff too.
Yeah. You guys do Tachi?
Oh yeah, so I'm with 559 fights, but the president of 559 used to do the matchmaking for Tachi Palace too, and then we did like we think about doing like fights there now too. So yeah, I know all those guys at Tachi Palace, Jacob, Jeff, and all those guys.
That's why I always see the fights always promoted for there.
Yeah, and then they were doing boxing and stuff now. Yeah. But you know, with the way the world is now,
you can't even.
I don't know.
We're breaking the rules right now.
I don't even think I have a job anymore. But if it makes you guys feel better, I've been tested like 7 times already, and they've been jabbing that thing up my nose like crazy. So I think it's not fun, man. The last time they put a thing up there, I think it squeaked or something. Was that a dog?
That's my puppy. Yeah, I got a puppy in there.
What you got?
He's a German Shepherd and an Australian Shepherd mix.
Oh, nice. So. Is he got the Shepherd height or the Australian or the Aussie size?
Shepherd,
Nice.
The German.
Yeah.
He's hyper.
So Hypo, is safe to say, is your favorite? Is your favorite Morph, right?
Bamboo, actually.
Bamboo.
Okay,
So
yeah.
Bamboo's your favorite?
I got the Bamboo Fire Spot Nose from Millworks Exotics. Check him out. Does great work. And then that was the father of that Bell and that other one. So. But Bamboo is actually Bamboo then Hypo. So.
What recessive stuff are you kind of trying to put into the program other than Hypo? So outside of Hypo.
Hypo. I'm putting Hypo in everything.
Hypo in everything, man.
Oh, I have a little bit of clown. I'm gonna do some more pied this season. I have some females that got big enough. I have a pinto pied, regular pied female. I have a few het pied males. I'm trying to decide which to put to her, but that's probably pied over anything else. My girlfriend likes it.
Are you gonna put much stock into like the VPI stuff too, or like you gonna just what kind of?
You know, I was the couple of girls I had. I have one right here. She only eats mice.
Yeah, I know that.
So I don't know if she's gonna hang around, but no. But so I actually feed her frozen thawed mice because I don't have anywhere to keep mice. But she's gonna get back up to weight this year. She wasn't eating at all, and then I figured out it was a mice thing. So hopefully she'll go. I have where'd he go? The bumblebee axanthic. So I'm gonna put him to her.
We call it the zebra bee or whatever.
Yeah. So that's the only time. I'm not a huge spider fan, but in the axanthic, I really like the spider.
Yeah.
So, and then I have a bamboo het VPI male.
Yeah, see, like, people started killing spider stuff a couple of years ago, but I got non-spider stuff that just as wonky as spider stuff, you know, like they'll do like the inverted thing and hang out sometimes too. But
I got these babies.
I got pies that do that, clowns that do that, you know what I mean?
It's just,
like,
I mean, obviously it's more elaborate in the spider gene, but I just think some things, just if you incubate them at the wrong temps, you got weird spikes, I think that affects them just as much as anybody else. You know, I understand the spider does have it predominantly more. You know, champagne can have it. There's some of those other funky ones, the womas and whatnot.
How was your slug count this year? Was it
not knock on wood, not too bad. I think overall out of 15 clutches, I had like 7.
So no complete slug outs yet?
No. Hold on. Had to knock on wood.
Only time I've had complete slug outs before, but it was a female I didn't even touch that year. Like I was like, took the year off, and then all of a sudden, I'm like,
just shot out.
What the hell is she wrapped up on? Bunch of slugs and stuff, you know. So I was like, man,
you know, that one doesn't count.
Yep, so that one doesn't count. If you had no expectations and you get slugs, they lost a little bit of weight, but it's not as much if they were like full eggs and stuff. Dude, I had one do like 10 slugs. I was like, and I saw one that was like boobish looking. I was like, all right, I'm gonna try this one. Man, that thing lasted 3 days till it just ate itself.
I'm throwing it.
Crazy,
tub and everything.
So you made your own incubator, right? These are like fridges and stuff?
Yeah, little fridges.
Yep, that's what I have, man.
So I was looking into buying one of the hot boxes, the 60-inch hot box.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the hot box eventually. So, but I got my little auxiliary, like it's the actual refrigerator, but you can't see through it.
Yeah.
In the garage, says extra, and it's been set up and just sitting there. But if I run out of those two, I'll go ahead and scrap for the hot box incubator. Whatever, but
keep looking for the full size Pepsi.
But everybody swears by. I have a Pepsi one too. So yep, I got yours on there too. I need some more stickers in so I can get mine on there too. So yep, that's where my stickers go, right on the outside rim of the.
I'm actually I'm starting sticker boards, kind of mutation creation style. I'll probably put them up. I don't know. I got a couple more racks coming, so I'm gonna redesign the whole room. So I don't know where I'm gonna put them. But I figured if I got rid of this, then I'm losing everybody's stickers.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't want to have to hit everybody back up. Yeah. So I went with the boards. I have them on the side over there. Just line them up, and then I could just either ceiling or wall space that's open or something. So you gotta do something with them.
Yep. What was your first sale? Your first snake? Remember your first snake? What did you sold?
First sale was a leopard pin.
Oh, nice.
Leopard pin out of my first clutch.
Did you ship it out or it was local?
Local. Yeah, Fresno. So I do a lot of sales in Fresno. Some up in Sac.
I still stress them. Shipping is the most, to me, other than like breeding and like shipping to me, especially when it's someone I don't know, is the most stressful part to me. 'Cause